Hello there, and today you find me on the southeast section of the Chatham Main Line, on a station which has plenty to do in and around it, and I'll come to that later on. Welcome to Shepherdswell. And you can find Shepherdswell between the stations of Snowdown and Kernsey. The station opened in 1861 with two platforms placed just before the Lyddon Tunnel. It was the coastbound side which had the main station building placed on it, with a fairly substantial waiting shelter being put on the London-bound platform. The platforms were reached initially by means of a foot crossing, which was superseded by a footbridge by the late 1800s. Also at the start, only modest goods facilities were provided, with a single-track goods shed on site, albeit made of brick with a turntable out the front. This was complemented with 3 sidings. This, however, would change by 1916 after a light railway was built to the nearby collieries. This didn't only convey coal, but eventually passengers and general freight as well. Coal traffic would continue along the line until 1986 with the closure of the Tilmanstone colliery. However, as we shall see later, a small section of the line has been preserved. Overall, the main fabric of the station remains unchanged, aside from a demolition of the goods shed and small part of the main building. The semaphore signals have gone, but the signal box still remains, and at time of recording at least, still works the sidings. The station building does have a couple of planters out the front, which is very, very nice. Door there to the ticket office. Normal station signage and what has been becoming very prevalent along the network, which is very nice to see, which is a defibrillator. And around this side, before you enter platform 2, there's a complete network map of the London Rail tube services, which is unusual to see down here. And there's an assistance point and various other posters, as well as a platform information board. Okay, just beside the station building, you'll find inside the station some bike racks. Notice outside the station there's also some bike racks. There's a little bench there. The station building. There is an automatic ticketing machine, bin, and somewhere else to sit underneath this lovely original Valance Shepherdswell signage, and obviously the entrance to the ticket office. Let's see if I can have a little look inside there. Hopefully that's a little bit clear for you. Yeah, it's quite a quaint little ticketing office. Shame I wasn't here to see it when it was open. Walking along platform 2, you'll find the bridge behind me here. The tunnel in the distance there. And there's also some other bits and pieces of interest along this platform. As we head towards the tunnel portal, you will see this milepost marker. Sometimes they're not very prominent around the network these days, or at least they're down on the track side, so this one's up on actually onto the platform. And as we get closer to the tunnel entrance, you'll see the very, very nice road overbridge there, and this will give you some good views over the line. I shall show you that in a moment. As we get to the platform, looking across, you'll see this other marker post, very original, and of course the overbridge above us there, and the entrance to the tunnel portal. Not too bad a view into there. This tunnel portal obviously will make for some very, very good videography and photography, especially if a charter train is coming down. I'd imagine a steam train would look fantastic coming out of that tunnel portal. Both platforms, of course, have dot matrix displays, and overall a clean and pleasant station. Which especially looks nice in this autumn sunshine. Okay, that's platform 2 done. Let's go over the overbridge here to platform 1 and see if we can get a better look at the station building behind me. And just before we go over the overbridge to platform 1, I'll just notice this on the side. It's a very, very damaged piece of signage. It looks as though it might be something to do with fire, but I don't know. If anybody knows, please leave a message in the comments below. And as always, getting on top of these lovely bridges, footbridges, will enable you to see straight up and down the line. I don't think it's coming out on camera very well, and I haven't got my long lens today, unfortunately, but you can actually see the end of the tunnel if you look very, very closely down there. That's the line heading towards Dover. If I just zoom back out again and spin around, and you'll see the line heading up towards Faversham Sittingbourne area. Notice the spurs off into siding areas on the right hand side. I'll have a little look at those again in a moment. And also on the left hand side there is the old signal box. And just on the intermediate section of the bridge you will indeed get a fabulous view of the station building. Coming down to the bottom of the bridge stairs, you'll see a platform information board, as well as an way out sign, which can also take you up and over the overbridge down onto platform 2. There is also an onward travel information board on this location. But let's go and have a little look at this old shelter I've just noticed on my right hand side. And from the end of platform 1 you get a very good view of those sidings over there, which I would have talked about in the history section. They have been seen to be in use, not very often these days, but obviously very handy if you do need to stable a few bits of engineering equipment whilst working on the line either up or down from here. And there of course is the old signal box in the distance there. I'll try and get a better view of that in a moment. Okay then, now up on the road bridge, looking down the line towards Faversham. That indeed is a very good vantage point. You're quite high up and certainly looks very, very nice from here. However, if you want to get a very unusual view, you've got to cross the road very carefully over to the other side. First thing to note, be very cautious here. You haven't got hardly any room to stand, so be wary of your surroundings. But I'll just pop over here. You'll see they've got a very good, unusual view down the tunnel entrance there. Perfect for if there was a steam locomotive coming through. If you could just sit up here and just wait for that, it'd be a fantastic view. But that gives you a few more videography options and photography options at this station, which obviously does enhance the station somewhat. And just as you come over that overbridge, you will see this signage here down to the train station. And here you will see some lighting here. Looks like it still had some Network South East branding on it at one point. And also the fencing here, which is Southern Region fencing. Could do with a little bit of TLC, but at least it's still here. And as we go further down, you'll also see more of this lighting, which does have this. I think they've tried to put blue paint on it, but the red wants to come through. The old Network South East branding still wants to be there, so that's quite interesting to see. And this will take you down to the station building and back onto platform 2. And there you go, there's the station building from this walkway. Look, get a very good view actually from it. Been very well looked after. I say the station building's open until 11 o'clock in the morning. Unfortunately, I was here a little bit late for that. And there's no real way of seeing inside. So if any of you do have pictures, please put down a link to the comment section below. I'd very much like to see inside this building, but it has been very well looked after, and that original valance is still there, which is quite nice. I would imagine it's quite quaint inside. The station car park just over there and the entrance to the East Kent Railway just up over there. And as you turn out of the station, you'll see on your left-hand side this Welcome to Shepherdswell sign, which was to commemorate a wildflower garden done by the first Shepherdswell Brownies in 2018. I love these community projects. They can really enhance the station and obviously the surrounding area. You've got these lovely tyres here which got planters in, which are made to look like ladybirds. There's another one up there. It's absolutely fantastic. Brightens up the station, which is really good, and also there's a few steps there actually that will take you up a little way so you can tend to the garden, and this little bit down the front here which is a full wide wildflower garden, and up the top there actually says the Brownies sign there. So I love it. I love little community projects like that. Really help to bring a sense of community to the railway station and obviously the local area. Just up from the station exit is this sign, Miners Way. Unfortunately, it is very, very faded. It's a very nice casing to it, as you can see, but it could do with some updating, unfortunately. So what I would say is Aylsham Parish Council, Dover District Council, would be nice to see this redone, because it's virtually impossible to read. And a shame actually, because as you can see it's got a very nice casing around it. So let's hope they watch this video and do something about that, because it is probably a very, very useful piece of information before you turn to your left and head down this road to get to the East Kent Railway. And there's the car park for the train station, but carry on. As you can see here, East Kent Railway, Colonel's Cafe, which is one of the cafes in there, and the East Kent Railway, Kent Colliery line, and walking down here will get you into the actual East Kent Railway. And I'm going to put some pieces of footage that I've had in the past over here. I am a member of the railway. As you see, the actual grounds are open, but trains, generally speaking, only run on a Sunday, and that's only really during the summer months from around about, well, I would say also at Easter time as well, but mainly in the summer months every Sunday. It's mainly diesel traction. There is a steam locomotive here, but it's mainly diesel traction. And I'll put in a few clips now to give you a feel of what this lovely heritage railway has to offer. Oh, just a note before I do so, they've just acquired a 73 unit, so I'm looking forward to seeing that next year. Let's have a little look down here. And here you can see the lovely signal box. I really do hope that that stays on the line, but I can't see it, to be honest. That'll probably be taken down in the next few years. I do hope not. It's always nice to see signal boxes here, and in fact it's not in bad condition, so it would be nice to keep that, see that being kept. At time of filming, passenger services are provided by Class 375 electric multiple units. The statistics for Shepherdswell are that it opened in 1861. It currently, at time of filming, has one train an hour in each direction, which is increased during the peak times. And the entry and exit figures for 2022-2023 were 53,410. Shepherdswell is a fantastic little station on this part of the Chatham Main Line. Its main draw is the East Kent Railway next door, and it makes it so much easier to get to this lovely heritage railway. So I'd really advise you coming down by train and both visiting this station and of course the heritage railway line next door. Views up and down the line are absolutely fantastic. It's as straight as a die going up and down, and of course the added tunnel towards Dover also gives you an extra element of videography and photography. If you enjoyed this video, then please like, comment and subscribe. And if you can, get out there, get on the railway and see where it takes you. Thanks very much for watching.